Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Josh Allen and the Dublin Antlers versus Lamar Jackson and the London Bulldogs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Dublin Antlers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember for the one.
Elliott, two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked. Ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And it's caught, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays.
Bulldogs, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Jackson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
9-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw again is Jackson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking sideline, incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 9.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 9-play drive. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards, and a London first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bulldogs, nothing.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Darius Leonard gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's caught outright by Graham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Jaden Graham. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Number 41.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good.
So that drive goes 8 plays.
Antlers 14. Bulldogs 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time as we shine it on Josh Allen. Now, they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Running, it's Drake. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 48 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Drake. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, that's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's good.
2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen, and it's caught. Touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6.
From the 31, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Bulldogs.
From the gun, Jackson. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Jacobs now. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Ward. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Number 86.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. This game back with it, a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. Third down here.
Brings up third down.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
First down and 10.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. 11 yards on the pickup there. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. That's complete to Ward. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Robert Tanyan.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 25, here's second and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
Jackson.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Elliott Fry on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Antlers 21, Bulldogs 17.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down.
From the gun, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
First and 10
The quarterback, Josh Allen, the focus of our players' spotlight. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football. There's nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. On play action, Allen. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz game. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
3-yard line.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 10. And we're going to have a break in the action. As you can see, Mark Andrews is yet to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Allen to throw once more. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Allen again. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he puts it through. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
Bulldogs 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. That catch good for only a couple. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they block.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Jackson's
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, is actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, it's Drake, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Drake. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, completes this to Ward.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson from the shotgun. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
56.
They stay on the ground with Drake and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Drake.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Drake. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. Landry brushes him off. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
1st down and 10.
London about set to take over on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it, because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
It's a game.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's 3rd down. And
from the gun, it's Jackson.
To go.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.